So I had a phone call this afternoon to say that my main dealer had something in for me, and I've just gone and picked it up. This is 63 plate Renault Scenic, which is a bit muddy for me driving you here, but other than that, this thing is absolutely mint. The interior looks like a brand new car. It's only got 43,000 miles on it. It drives absolutely lovely. It's super clean, this thing. Really clean. Nice thing as well, very recent bill for about £1,600 for cam belt and various other bits and bobs that have been done on it. Service history is fantastic, and like I said, that was a very recent service. I don't think I'll have to do any servicing on it. Nicely kitted out, all round electric windows, electric mirrors. Looks like it's got a fold on it as well. Cruise control, Bluetooth, stop start, sat nav. Turn that on, its sat nav is up there, isn't it? Lives up there on that screen there somewhere. You've got all the dials and controls written down here. Not had one of these before. It's a really nice drive. Super airy when you're going along. You've got so much glass around you. But yeah, every knob, switch and button looks like absolute brand new. The material on the seats is immaculate. And it's got, I haven't said yet, but it's got the 1.5 DCI in it, which we know is one of my favourite little engines. Perfect for this size of car. Huge boot on it. And presumably these seats come out as well, don't they? Doesn't look like it's had a dog in it. There's no real dog here. Oh, this was a nice buy, this was. And further to my previous videos where I bought fat things like the BMW X5, I got a really good deal on this because, to quote, you helped me out with a load of the bigger stuff recently. So I actually ended up paying less for this than I was ready to pay. I did offer the higher amount and he said, no, just pay me what it owes me. So as I said, that's the kind of thing you can rub along with other people in business quite easily if you look after each other. And yeah, placing that stuff, he wasn't sure where he was gonna place it and whether he would lose money on it at auction or anything like that. So the fact I helped him out with those meant that when it came to buying this, he did me a solid on it. So I'm going to drive it home now, but so far it's been driving absolutely beautifully. I haven't noticed anything on suspension, gearbox, clutch is all lovely. Yeah, really nice drive. And he also mentioned he's got a couple more coming in for me, and they're both Hyundais. So we've got some Hyundais coming in, but I'll be beginning next month. It takes a while for them to come through. Yeah, we've got auto lights. I just can't believe it. It looks like no one's ever touched these buttons. And look at the stitching. Even the stitching on the doors is white, and it's still absolutely, or is it light grey? Absolutely, just you'd think just normal over the course of 10 years or more. There'd be odd little mark from where somebody touched stuff, but there isn't. I've really lucked out with some super low mileage, super clean cars recently, but this has got to be one of the best ones so far. Starts on the button, absolutely lovely. Yeah, there's the sat nav, TomTom sat nav up there. It's all controlled with this dial down here. How do I get it to come on? Oh, I turned the stereo off, I think, didn't I? Yeah.
They had been wall to wall.
There we go. There's the sat nav up there. Yeah, this is a nice buy. I think the retail for this is about $4,995 according to Auto Trader. £5,000. I honestly don't think I've got what to do. I don't know what the MOT is on it, but when I get back to the unit, I'll show you all the paperwork as well. Like that last invoice, I think, was about £1,500, £1,600, and it's had injectors as well. It's had the cam belt done. Yeah, really nice buy. As you can tell, I'm pleased with this one. Just realised I didn't go around the outside, did I? It's a nice metallic dark red. The alloys are in nice condition. No scrapes around the back here. All this needs outcropping though to come back, get the blackness back in it a bit in the plastics there. But yeah, no scrapes or scratches in the bodywork. All the alloys were nice. Oh, that definitely had rear discs and pads. They look brand new there. So that's one of the things that have been done on that invoice. Yeah, the calipers look new as well actually. Wonder if it's had new calipers. I'll have to dig that invoice out. The headlights could do with a little bit of buff along the top there, but paintwork, no paint to do. Buff the headlights, give it a good clean and a polish, retreat the plastics, all good to go. So here's one of the invoices from the Renault, and this is from last month, 24th of last month. Supply and fit cam belt and water pump, Climb pit, rear discs and pads, cam belt kit, auxiliary belt, oil and filter, Duckins engine. Total bill with the rear pads and everything, £12,699. Year before that was £681, which is a service, some brake pads and brake discs must be in the front. They advised them that they needed the cam belt on the next one. One before that, £802. They supplied and fitted 2 injectors, coded to the car. Yeah, £802 total bill for that. Right guys, I've been promising you a raffle for a while. None of the cars that I was intending on doing are ready yet. So I've made the decision I will be raffling off the Fiat Barchetta. This is the most valuable car I have raffled off so far. So for those of you that might not have seen my videos on this before, we picked up this one owner Fiat Barchetta. Unfortunately, it does have 2 owners shown on the documentation because our subscriber who bought it to sell straight to me, he put himself on the logbook in between, but he never actually owned the vehicle for any period of time. So a bit of a mistake there. But yeah, it's only ever had the one owner for real. It's only got 11,000 miles on it, and it's pretty much like brand new. So the Fiat Barchetta was brought over to the UK by Fiat, only sold in left-hand drive to compete with the MX-5. It's very renowned for being a fantastic handling and driving car. We purchased it from the subscriber, took it down to the garage and immediately had the cam belt done. At the same time, the guys did the head on it because it was all gummed up from sitting for quite a long time, because this car was dry stored by the owner in his garage and he only put it up for sale. Well, our subscriber happened to cross it when he was delivering groceries to him. He'd moved it out of the garage because the garage was being knocked down for an extension and he hadn't been using the car. So we put it in for a new MOT, but for a cam belt to be done first. But the engine was all gummed up, so we had the head off. It's had a head rebuild by Barham Engines, and then it had the new cam belt done on it, a new MOT, so it's freshly MOT'd. I'm just about to take it down and have brand new tyres put on all the way around. I forget which ones I went for. I think I went for Pirellis or Michelin's. They're going to be brand new all the way around on it. So this car is going to be 100% ready to go. Value wise, I would estimate, based on the values of these cars you see for the sort of ropey ones with 100,000 miles on it, it's probably worth about £10,000, I would say. And we are going to raffle it off. One of you is going to win it. Now remember, with my raffles, it is a guaranteed draw. So I don't set a minimum sale number of tickets. The car will absolutely go to someone that has bought tickets for it. And we always give a proportion to charity. What I'd like you to do is get down into the comments down below and tell me which charity. I'd like to run this up to Christmas, then ideally give the charity to some kind of charity that helps disadvantaged kids with gifts. I think that would be something really nice to do. So if you can get in the comments and let me know some recommendations, we can either give to one or split it between them. So we will be doing that as well. So not only when you enter the raffle you get the chance of winning the car, you're going to help a charity out and hopefully help some kids out. I say this thing is fantastic. We will get a road test done on it once the new tyres are on. But yeah, 11,000 miles. It's even possible that this thing has only done 11,000 kilometres, because rumours are that Fiat just changed the dash to say miles per hour, but didn't actually change the clocks. But this is certainly a collector's car. It's something you could tuck away somewhere, and it's only ever going to go up in value. Paintwork is fantastic on it. It is in really outstanding condition. So I'm taking a bit of a chance with this one, but I think it would be really nice for a subscriber to win this, because you guys have always been so supportive of me. And yeah, and hopefully we can knock it out of the park for another charity. I think our total is, I will get the board updated, but I think so far in about the last 12 months we've raised over £25,000 we've been able to give towards charities with subscribers supporting the charities. So like I say, get into the comments down below and I will put a link to the raffle as well. So let's get it down and get the new tyres fitted, and then we can go for a little test drive. So I've just picked up our BMW from BMW main dealership down in Barnstable. It was more than they said it was. I think they said in the last video they said it was going to be £275. For some reason it was £309 instead. But I didn't really have time to argue for the sake of 25 quid. I just needed to get going. Clean bill of health. Clean bill of health. I expect them to pull it apart and tell me I needed all sorts doing. The only thing they advised me is the rear pads are 80% worn, and they'd recommend we put discs on at the same time, which I already have discs and pads ready to go for the rear on it anyway. So they did oil filter, oil, pollen filter. They say they flushed out the brake fluid and did a full brake fluid change on it, which I'll have a pop and look in the engine bay. I'm sure they have done. But yeah, other than that, they, you know, for a car that's now what, coming on 11 years old, I expect them to have a list of other things they wanted doing, but they didn't. They seemed busy enough. They were ram full of cars, so perhaps they didn't need to find any work at the moment. So we've got now 100% full service history on the BMW. Obviously £300. It would have cost me half that doing it normally, but we wanted to keep the full BMW service history up on it. I wasn't going to pay them for discs and pads. There's no need to have BMW put discs and pads on the car. Won't make a blind bit of difference to it. So we'll put our own discs and pads on the back of it. So by the time we've done that, we'll probably be about £500 odd into prep. Then we're still going to get the MOT done. You can see how even on a clean car like this, your money can run away with the VAT. With everything else, will be well into £1,000 plus on the prep costs for it. But yeah, I'd say it was well worth spending the extra to keep the service history up on this, because it is such a little minter.